And we are inside. The Progressive Empowerment Party is here with you on Monday, February the 4th. Yeah, we are inside. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning to Mikey K and Andy and Lennox and the Ground Report and the Stakeholders United Movement. Good morning to all the people tuning in on 104.7. Good morning to all of you following us on social media. Today, of course, we're going to be dealing with a lot of issues as is normal, but it's a Monday. And some issues that have been left are begging, distracted by a distracted media. Some of those issues need to be brought back into the national conversation. So we're going to start this early this morning. I see the studio. I'm seeing ashes and some sparks still floating around. That means the show was hot this morning. 104.7 taking the talk to a next level. I had to give the management of the station props for that, because this is not just a old talk station, it's an all talk station. Anyway, those of you following on social media, you know the drill. Share the video. This morning, a lot of people woke up in this country with no job, and no prospect, and no future. This morning, a lot of people woke up in this country with no way to pay their rent, to pay their mortgage, to buy food. A lot of people woke up this morning in Trinidad and Tobago who didn't think that that could be their circumstance and that their condition. And we're ignoring the fact that it is the failure of government that allows for that to be their situation. And you see, I keep raising this issue, the definition of government. The well-being and welfare of each and every citizen is the function, purpose, and reason for government. And if the government is not doing its job, it will manifest itself in a failure of people to get jobs, in a failure of people to get proper jobs. Now, I don't knock security guard job and KFC dinner packers, but those people's salaries can't afford a life. We have people in this country, a large cross-section of people in this country that we're calling a working poor, that barely holding on. And for the people who saying, well, that's how it is, it's not how it should be in a country this wealthy with this much potential. And that's the point that we keep forgetting. The potential that this country has for greatness. Not every country in the world can boast about the things that we have, that we take for granted. Singapore is smaller than Trinidad and Tobago. And we use Singapore as an example all the time because Singapore started their independent journey alongside Trinidad and Tobago. And despite not having oil and gas, Singapore is a first world developed nation leading the world in a lot of issues that should matter to us. Issues like the environment, animals, human services, jobs. There is a 50-50 land use policy in Singapore that is expected to increase to 60-40. And that land use policy is 50% of your land use could be for building, but the other 50% must include greenery. 50% of your property must be live, living greenery that contributes positively to the environment we all share. Trinidad and Tobago does not in any way come across at any point as a country where the government knows what it's doing. We see on the media a lot of these people in suit and tie, some of them in three-piece suit and cummerbund, understands nothing about what they're doing, facilitating theft. That is what government in Trinidad and Tobago does. PNM, UNC, facilitate theft. And the poor are left to suffer unled. Because prior to there being a real political alternative that was not vomited out of one of those two parties, prior to there being some choice, some champion that would stand up against the abusers, that whether it's PNM or UNC, red crapo, yellow crapo, same criminality, same criminals making money. Until the people got a real alternative, the Progressive Empowerment Party, they had no choice we actually institutionalize a concept called lesser evil voting, choosing which one we think will do us the least worse this time around. Clarence Rambarat, who before he became a government minister was a lawyer, lecturer, columnist. And one of his columns, he said that the 2015 election will be a contest to see which of those two parties less worse. And that's sad. That's sad. You live in a Trinidad and Tobago where people don't see each other anymore as citizens of the same republic. Everybody's treating one another as options and obstacles and opportunities. If you can't facilitate other people, they're not interested in you. We've lost our humanity. We've lost our loving feeling. We've lost our innate Trinidadianness. We've lost it. It doesn't feel like the same country. This guy who was arrested in the airport, this Canadian, who was arrested in the airport for having a fake bullet keychain. He said, Trinidad used to be a nice place to visit, but I don't think I'll come there anymore. We've created a culture of violent theft. This morning, all over my WhatsApp, there's threats about who going and kill who. Them killing hijab, them killing children. There's the kind of voice notes I get in on my, because somebody shoot Berkey Burkai here. You in a country where that could be a normal situation, and the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service don't go and pick up all. Because they can't. Because you can't tell half the time who to trust. And to the people who live in Morva, Beetham, Laventel and Sealots, sometimes, a lot of the times, they can't trust police. We've advantaged each other. We've treated each other like an opportunity to advance our own objectives and our own agendas, and most of the times our objectives and agendas agreed. We're not interested in the lives of the prisons officers and their families when the prisons officers get murdered, hit from inside the jail, send out a hit and a prison officer get murdered, and we don't hear nothing. We don't hear nothing after that. It's a country where it is that easy to die. Philip, you're a madman. Somebody issues you be championing and somebody causes you taking on, I think you're a madman. People tell me that all the time. People tell me that all the time. It's too easy in this country for people to do each other wickedness. So many people ask me, why don't you announce potential cabinet members? But we've already decided that we're not until the election bell ring. Because we can't give the criminals behind the PNM and the UNC the opportunity to defame, victimize, character assassinate, threaten. We can't give them that opportunity. We have to be careful how we play this game. We sent 2 members. Now we know the media in Trinidad and Tobago have an agenda. We know Sabga News Network is a functional tool of power because they're in the business of money. So they just want more money. So they're going to work with whoever in government to advance their position, and not understanding that if your capitalism doesn't have some compassion, you'll create a scenario of confusion that'll come back and bite you. We don't realize that you can't put up sufficient gates to stop criminality. There is not enough segregation and separation. It doesn't work. It never works. It never worked nowhere in history. This is a world whose history is recorded in walls and gates. It doesn't work. The only wall we're supposed to be concerned about is the border of Trinidad and Tobago, and secure that. Secure that so that the guns and the drugs and the human trafficking could stop. We ended up in a media interview that was hostile. CNC3 refused to give us coverage for 2 years. What is ironic is that the Loop and CNC3 that covering PEP because I speak out against the corrupt and biased media. And any chance they get now, they want to seize on this because the mission is silence the PEP by silencing PEA as the mission. They need to marginalize me. They need to scandalize, defame, and character assassinate me at every chance they get. But now we find out, and Nicholas Sabga is looking like a fool. Because a release was put out in the public space, ostensibly from a women's organization, international women's organization, that we find out based in Arima. No problem. You could be based in Arima and international, no problem. But the organization was set up to deal with HIV and AIDS, not to deal with this. But you could have an opinion on everything, no problem. No problem at all. But the person who set up that organization is an employee of Sabga News Network, and she's an employee of Nicholas Sabga, and that is where it is a problem. That is where it is a real problem, because the news media has demonstrated that they are willing to go to any lengths to pursue their agenda and then come out talking about freedom of the press. The Media Association of Trinidad and Tobago put out a release 10 hours ago talking absolute nonsense, and on social media got 9 likes and 10 shares. The Media Association of Trinidad and Tobago has 12 members. That means even 2 of your members didn't share your nonsense, and they're not interested. You couldn't find a real women's organization to say that this is a gender issue, because it's not. It never was a gender issue. And you could wind up your little talking heads and send them off like those little Chinese toys that you wind up and they run across the table. You could wind up your little talking heads, but that ain't gonna last as long as the Red House fire. And the Progressive Empowerment Party will still be here. But where Nicholas Sabga and CNC3 and Sabga News Network went wrong is that they didn't check to see why we were upset. The Media Association didn't stop to check to see why we might be upset. Because when they go and they look, and the people of Trinidad and Tobago, because there is a social media, because you can't control the narrative and control the rhetoric and control the conversation, because people have access to the truth outside of what you publish, they go and they find the truth. And when everybody goes and takes a look at the interview where our 2 women were bullied and attacked by Hema Ramkisoon. Our 2 women were bullied and attacked. It wasn't an interview. It was an ambush. It was a hack job. We had every reason to be upset. Every single right reason. And to say that because we get upset with her, that they want to make it a gender issue, that's foolishness. But you're lost at sea. But what it's done is it's backfired. Because people are seeing now, Philip, you're right. Philip, you're absolutely right. All of a sudden, I watch Josh Surtees from England call out Newsday, quit his column. He say, you're all mad. That's not real journalism. That's propaganda. That's paid public relations. The media in Trinidad and Tobago now, so desperate for ratings, trying to make themselves the story. No problem at all. Again, stunt as much as you need to stunt, but hire real and competent advisors. Because every single human being in Trinidad and Tobago who see your post goes on social media and asks, where is that interview? I would like to see it. And when they see it, even if they hate me, even if they're so racist and corrupt and diehard UNC or PNM, they still have to come back and say, regardless, that was not a real interview. Even if you don't agree, how angry I got about how my 2 members, I can't even say women, members were treated, but those are female members. And I'm wondering if the International Women's HIV Network that's standing for HEMA doesn't care about Felicia Holder and doesn't care about Michelle Davis, because they were bullied. And I said HEMA was used as a tool by the contract mafia, and she's still a tool, because that wasn't an interview. And when Trinidadians go back and see, but not one question about policy, not one question about corruption in Trinidad and Tobago, not one question about, let's talk housing, let's talk water, let's talk social development and management. Let's talk traffic. Let's talk jobs. Let's talk the condition of the roads in the country. Let's just talk. None of that happened because Hamer and CNC3 were very clear about one thing. The Progressive Empowerment Party's policies are unchallengeable. And that if we got mileage for that, it will make us stronger by the interview. And the Sabga News Network didn't want that for us. That the interview was supposed to be used as a means and a mechanism to marginalize us again. They asked this question that they ask all the time: what's your membership numbers? Now, I want to say to Trinidad and Tobago this morning, we have a large membership. Our popularity on social media is far greater than all the other political parties combined. Now, people will want to tell you that's not important, but I want to tell you how important that is. That is a reflection of your popularity. You see, membership doesn't mean you're voting for the party you're a member of. A lot of the people who are members of the PNM are also members of the UNC and vice versa. Because most of their membership is based on you need a party card to get a URP, a CPEP, or a HDC house. So they force you to join a party so that you could be in a line to get it. Let's stick a pin in that for a minute. The point of this is, when the NAR won the election and annihilated the PNM 34-2, the history says 33-3. But we who are aware knows that Patrick Manning lost San Fernando East, but Robinson made a decision that the opposition couldn't be 2 seats. So they didn't do the recount. If they had done the recount, Manning would have lost San Fernando East and history would have been recorded differently. But that's something else. But when the NAR destroyed the PNM in 1986, they barely had 10,000 members. Barely. And got the largest voter turnout in this country's history. When the Congress of the People got 157,431 votes in 2007, they barely had 20,000 members. Barely had 20,000 members. When the ONR came second in every seat in the PNM and the ULF in the 1980 election, the ONR had 9,000 members. They came second in every seat and got 132,000 votes. The PNM, for its 63 years, for its use of public office for 43 years, that has used public office to force people to join that party to qualify for HDC house or for a government handout through HDC, through URP and CPEP, they barely have 100,000 members. The UNC doesn't have 50,000 members. In fact, last count is 41,000 members, audited. So the Progressive Empowerment Party is going to tell all media going forward, this is our position. We have printed and boxed our membership forms, all of them signed with telephone numbers, so that you can call our members and verify that they are in fact members of the Progressive Empowerment Party. And we have it boxed and ready for exchange. And we're willing to exchange our membership list with the PNM and the UNC for theirs. And we're going to make, Hamer said on the show, when she asked Felicia Holder about our membership, and Felicia asked her, do you ask the PNM and the UNC about that? Hamer said, PNM and the UNC come with their numbers. And I asked, when? Where? At what point? Everybody in Trinidad and Tobago is now hearing political party membership numbers from me. Nobody's ever had this conversation before. Nobody's done this research. Nobody's come and told Trinidad and Tobago, PNM have less than 100,000 members. UNC have less than 50,000. Nobody's ever had those conversations. I am bringing it into the public space very vocally. We are willing to share our membership database with the entire public, but the PNM and the UNC must do the same. And we want access to your database, PNM and UNC, because we want to cross-reference all of your members against who got HDC houses and who got URP and CPEP. Because if membership in a political party meant benefit from the taxpayers' treasury, that is misbehavior in public office. And we will deal with you either now or after the election. We'll deal with you. Because if the people of Trinidad and Tobago put Philip Edward Alexander in the parliament, a lot of you all in trouble. If you wake up in a Trinidad and Tobago where the Progressive Empowerment Party win the election, run up to the airport with your camera phone on. You will see them in the drawers, dragging the church, but leave it, leave the bag, just get on the plane. You will see them with Granny in the wheelchair, push that wheelchair, let me go. Because they know they're criminal. They know the criminal hiding their face. Where the media? Where the media see we? Last week you was in the front of the church with your hand. You make a big gesture with that $100. And you let fall from high to fall in the church basket. Thief money. Thief money. Let's call it cost overruns. Let's call it contracts. Let's stick a pen as we welcome Deputy Political Leader Anthony Defoe and Party Chairman Felicia Holder to the conversation this morning. Good morning, gentlemen and lady.
Good morning, Philip. Good morning, Toy, and good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you for having me on this morning. Very excited to join the team.
Yes, Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning. Very good morning, Miss Alexander, Miss Holder.
Sir.
And yes, this is a hell of a discussion here this morning, boy. And it hitting the nail on the head as usual because again, there's a certain madness going on in the place. Madness. So what's going on, sir?
Well, I wake up on a Monday morning in Trinidad and Tobago where the average person doesn't have water in their tap. They're getting water from a tank that, if they're lucky, was filling overnight. I know the people of Westmoreland know the WASA schedule. The people of Westmoreland know where Moncoko Road meet Westmoreland Boulevard by West Pine Villas is the hole in the ground where WASA has come with the key to turn the water valve to switch it from what was going P.D. Valley to come Westmoreland. All you turn to get water. Now, that sounds, Philip, like a well-organized system. But Diego Martin alone has enough water to run this whole country every year. Diego Martin water alone. If you just catch the rain, listen, a real vex, you know.
Yeah, boy.
Because we voted monkeys into office for 56 years. We have a band, a stable, a herd of jackasses in there now that don't understand. Catch the bloody water.
Yeah.
Catch
Simple
it.
thing, simple thing.
Catch it.
Simple.
Oh God, man, Tony, catch the water, hold the water, treat the water, distribute the water. The Romans did that 2,000 years ago.
I don't want to tell you. Hey, watch me, Trinidad is real. It is real, and you know what Mr. Alexander said here this morning. It is the absolute truth.
5 islands in Chagaramas have an automatic sprinkler
Tell me.
water in the lawns.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's up putting out notification to Trinidad and Tobago that you can't be using hose?
Brother.
But 5 islands in Chagaramas, and I have video evidence of that.
Brother, hear me right now. I am about to open a car wash in South. And my landlord is telling me, don't forget you cannot use any power washers or hoses.
You gotta wash car with sand.
But here what's going on? At that time this man was saying this, brother, there was a major overcast over the
No, forget that. Forget the overcast. There was soca fet. And soca fet was soaking people with water.
Yeah, yeah. Like
And Massey in Arima have a water truck that's come and water the... Now listen, it's not the hose that they vex with, you know. What they're trying to do is conserve the limited supply of water. You cannot conserve the limited supply of water to the average person while giving P&M children who throw in soca fet license to wastewater. You cannot give Lockjack and Massey Motors and Massey Business license to wastewater. You can't get the 1% in Chagaramas who get the frontage to build 5 islands. You can't get them license to wastewater when the average person can't use water.
What about how much bus pipe it have? East, west, north.
Why didn't any of the people who were texting him around Ramkesoon questions to ask Felicia and Michelle text about water?
Yeah. Yeah. No, but you're right.
Somebody could have said, I live in Orapooch, and outside on the corner of my street, I just see the pipe and they're 16 months now. But they didn't want to talk that.
Yeah.
Because if Hema talked that, we had to talk Carlos John and pipe import racket.
God.
She ain't want to talk that. She ain't want to talk Century Eslon and Valve.
Yes.
She ain't want to talk about the hardware in Trinidad. Listen.
But hear what? But when Miss Holder had started to speak about what?
AV oil.
AV oil. You realize conversation just changed. Everything shut down. We alright, folks. Well, thank you very much. And that was it.
What are the parting comments?
Thank you very much.
Parting comments, Miss Holder. Parting comments, Miss Davis.
Right now,
Not Nothing.
We're compiling right now.
You'll find an international women's network based in Arima who never get a visa stamp.
Yes,
And I was vexed when I find out that. But I say, you know what? You could be international and be in Arima. But when I find out that the woman who formed that organization is an employee of CNC3, Nicholas Sabga partner, come now, man. Come now, man. Wrong. I keep telling all you, I am the wrong man for this. When Tioka Dove, whatever she name is, that little PNM sycophant troll want to be attacking me on social media, telling you all, I am the wrong man for this. And to the former member of the PEP who sent in fake profiles to keep you relevant, to ask people why you left the party, babe, I have all your screenshots, eh? I have all your WhatsApps, eh? And I will drown you in your own words. Decide now if you really want to be going up against me. That ship sail, that party done. Go your way. Stop interfering with me. I'm saying this again. This is about the third time I said it. Eh? Because when I respond, people just have to run and find people to come and say, oh God, Philip, hold back. CNC3 called me yesterday in the interest of fairness. This game they play. First thing first, and the government is doing this stupidest too, you know. Release something questionable, and then don't discuss the questionability of it. Discuss the content. It's like when Faris tell the people of the country, all right, I understand, email gate may be fake, but the substance of it might be true. It's like saying a cowboy came riding on a unicorn. Forget that unicorns don't exist. Keep your eye on the cowboy. Eh? Felicia Holder, you sat in that interview. Tell us what it was like.
Well, again, good morning, everybody. I walked into the studio and so...
Don't hold back now.
No, I'm not holding back.
Because the International Women's Resource Network have to come and defend you.
Well, I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting to get a call. I'm waiting to get my statement, but I haven't heard anything yet. But they probably didn't get my number yet. Philip, make sure they get it. Walked into the interview. I made it my business to go and shake Miss Hema Ramkisoon's hand because I know we had.
Look how she gained mileage, eh? Look how she gained mileage off the PP. When I tell you of everything that vexing me, you know. Because these fail and fake and dead media, it dead. When the media association that have 12 members could put out a release 10 hours and don't only get 10 shares, that means even 2 of your members a share. Continue, ma'am.
So yeah, I sat down and sat, shook her hand. Little small talk in the beginning, felt the tension, but I said, you know what? I spoke to the producer before and she said, you know, we're going to discuss your anniversary celebration. Also, what's next for the party? So I'm like, yeah, I'm comfortable. We're going to do this. And then the questions started to come and I realized from question number 2 that this was not going to be a let us understand what the Progressive Empowerment Party has to offer and more of a let me use some comments and questions to kind of sideline and marginalize the PEP, make them look like a little small man party. When I actually mentioned your name, Philip, she did a little
ambush in the night. Where was Bob? No, it's funny when you look at it. You make me watch that damn video about 10 times to see it, and every time I watch it, I say, "But this is journalism in Trinidad and Tobago in 2019. This is journalism." She asked.
When they see that, want to know.
No, but Josh said.
Philip could tell you right after that interview. First person I called was Philip. I said, "Did you see that interview?" No, not yet. Call me back when they see it, because I love their feeling, all kind of mixed feelings. Like, what just happened? Yeah. What just happened? Michelle Davis and I walked out of the studio in silence until we got to the elevator. We looked at each other and we said, what just happened? No, really, what just happened? Because beforehand, I wanted to know what was the context of the interview. We had our little mock interview here, what day it was, and you know, you felt prepared. You went in there. This is about PEP. We're going to promote PEP, and then you're answering questions like, why are there so many women on the executive? And I wanted to ask her, in my mind, Hema, you are sitting down here as a female journalist in an industry that I'm sure is male dominated, and you have the gall to ask me why there are so many women on the executive. Do we plan to change our executive anytime soon? Wow. How many people were in your audience? Are these Do they ask
What
these
is your
questions?
party's policies for crime, traffic, water, jobs, housing? She asked you none of those questions?
Well, you saw the interview. Of course she didn't.
She
No,
didn't
but
ask you
she
any
didn't
of those
ask me
questions.
anything that
Not
was
one of the
directed-
questions that matter to the people of Trinidad and Tobago.
No.
Just attack the PEP.
Yeah.
Just attack the PEP.
That was the agenda.
And the irony though was that somebody had called in a little bit before we came on air. Somebody called in complaining about the fact that they did not have water. And I wondered to myself while, listening to her response to them, how does it feel as a journalist to be sitting down
She's
here
not a
and see-
journalist.
How does it feel as a
She don't have
face
feelings.
to sit down
Botox
here
has
and
killed your
listen to-
feelings.
and listen to these calls coming in day after day, the same
vexed,
problems
boy,
after
too.
same problems, month after month, year after year, and realizing
But as long as those problems exist, she have a job. You have to understand, if you fix crime in the country and you don't need justice on time, driving 43,000 prisoners back and forth, they have no job. If you decriminalize marijuana in Trinidad and Tobago and open the jail and let all them little tuple go, all of a sudden crime stop paying. Because crime pays in Trinidad and Tobago. People benefit from crime.
That's right.
There are a lot of people. Today the world knows that the president of El Salvador, the new president of El Salvador, was ushered in on a wave of the under 40 vote, is disconnected from the traditional parties. 100% social media. No traditional media. He is the president of El Salvador today, 2019.
they're not ready for the PEP, you know.
They're not ready.
They're not ready.
They're not ready.
And they don't realize that the
They're
more
not
that
ready.
they try to marginalize
No, they're not
us
ready.
in
And they're trying to
traditional
control.
media,
Yeah.
that we are just getting a bigger voice
They-
on social
but look
media.
what they don't understand the game. They're in the wrong game. Them show up for cricket in hockey shoes with hockey stick.
I have a man in my inbox waving at me, random waving, telling me what he did was bad. But I like it.
Think that bad? Tony, a man in his inbox.
Hey,
Listen, Tony, we have to say good morning to Gemma. Gemma heard Tony's
Yeah,
voice on the
boy,
radio
Gemma.
and came down on Saturday.
I'm marrying that man.
She said, come on.
She's husband. They
Gemma
messaging.
came down. She said,
No,
Tony, that's you.
no. I vex because they messaging me, you know. He married and shoot. You have a wife? What is his status?
What is your
I
saying?
said, boy, the man, but free paper running. You know, Tony, you know the vex for, boy? That you, Felicia, Janice, that people know you all, that they know you all like family now, that every little chance they give you, the people realize, wait, now this PEP is a real political organization. It's real
But by
people. It's real people.
That is the kicker right there. It's when they realize it's by real people. It's not by
You
people who
can't
cross the
come
leg,
and sell
looking down
them.
on and-
You can't come and sell them a back a face like Rowley again. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't put Forrest up front in the unitard,
Yeah.
dancing, and then give them Rowley as the Prime Minister and call members as the minister. You can't do that.
Correct.
You can't keep telling people, junkie monkey or whatever it is, you want to call this band of malcontents that is the PNM. That is your choices. The people want a real political vehicle. And they don't want a MSJ and a COP that looking for a link up. We clear. We clear.
I have a question. Where's the membership of the MSG?
Stick up in there. My question is this. Does CNC3 understand that membership have no value at election time? What is important? But we get them ready for the day.
Yeah.
What is important is popularity. And popularity is why my live video that dropped at the same time Matt dropped their release get 16,000 views last check and Matt get 9. 9. Say that number again. 9. They have 12 members. That means 3 are even taking on their nonsense. 3 don't even like their foolishness. The media has been destroyed, compromised from within. Media Association of Trinidad and Tobago telling people that the right of free media is you can't question it, but I want to question it.
Yeah.
Because the right of political association is enshrined in the Constitution before the rights of free media. And they blocking us on media is unconstitutional. and is against our rights as citizens. And
right.
we need to take them to court now.
Yeah.
When Hema Ramki soon could sit down and tell Trinidad and Tobago with the snarl on her face, watch Felicia and say, UNC is for Indian, PNM is for African.
Yeah.
Where are you getting all your votes? Listen, a man. Listen, a man.
Philip, you asked me how did I feel. I was like, is this question real? And she directed it specifically
UNC
at Michelle.
is for Indian. Is Michelle, she asked that question?
She directed it to Michelle. And
PNM is for African. How could the media say that? Nicholas Sabga, 100% Syrian owner of CNC3. How could you allow that? How could any shareholders allow that? Guardian Media. How could any taxi driver buying our newspapers this morning from the Trinidad Guardian tolerate that Guardian Media believes if you're an Indian, get in your section. If you're an African, you're a PNM. So you have no hope. Take your racist jamming.
And you're saying that on national media, bro. Understanding the quantification to that now.
Do the 12 people who are members of the International Women's Resource Network based in Arima believe that UNC is for Indian and PNM is for African, and that is how our politics must operate in this country? Do they believe that? Is this what they're defending this morning? You set up a women's network to deal with HIV/AIDS. You can't find no other women's network to jump in this kakada because they know. You know what they know? They know Philip Edward Alexander, 25 years now. They know Philip Edward Alexander and the Jericho Project or the Justice for Children March every year for Akil Chambers put 25,000 people in the street. They know because they march with me, and they know and they come and they see that we frightened Glenn Ramadan Singh and terrorize our government until they had no choice but to convene parliament and make the Children's Authority Bill law. To this day, the only political organization that is asking who killed Akil Chambers is this organization. We chart his life. I told people last year he would have been 32. Remember Akil. Remember Highland Park. Remember his body in the pool. Remember the complete failure of systems. Listen, last year, Keisha Lewis, head of the Women's Arm, organized a march to coincide with the United Nations Women's March. They know us. We are the only political organization in this country last year that marched for women. Only us. The PNM didn't, the UNC didn't, the MSG and the COP, we gotta stop calling their name. Them is not real party. Them is play party on TV. Them is pretend party. Where would these people who trying to stunt this morning, Felicia, where were they who pretending that this is a gender issue?
Seriously, where were they? Where was this network when we were reaching out to all the NGOs to join us and hold hands with us and walk around the savannah in support of Rhea
We had
Supio,
people come from
Shannon
north, east,
Banfield,
west, south and walk, holding pictures of these dead women, these missing women, and calling for justice. Where was Hema Ramkisoon and CNC3? Where are the savannah? Yes, sir. What's the fella name? Who can't get teeth twice? Kamal. Yes, Kamal. We up at the corner of the Queen's Park Savannah, and we're here with the Progressive Empowerment Party members and other civil society groups who are marching. Tell us more. What is this march about? What's the intention of this? Nothing. Not even a two-line in the Guardian, Tony. Tony, we put people on the ground who march for dead and missing women, and the Guardian even take a click picture. And find a HIV organization based in Arima whose founding member is a CNC3 employee to come and pretend that calling out this pig is a gender issue. She's a pig. That term, putting lipstick on a pig, was used to describe Hillary Clinton. Used that to describe, one of them used it to describe the other when they were fighting this woman from Alaska. What was her name? Sarah Palin. Sarah, she said, she'd flip it around. She said, I'm a pit bull with lipstick. You're playing politics. That wasn't journalism. Hema was a politician. Hema come out to talk politics with us. Hema come out to attack us politically. The Progressive Empowerment Party get one interview on CNC3 and that's all they do with it.
That's the information.
No, but another thing I had a question about is you had the girls that asked me why doesn't the media like you a week and a half after we invited you, your camera crews, your writers, your reporters to cover our meeting. You had the girls that asked me how many people were there. Why weren't you there to see for yourself?
Sola, I take my hat off to you.
Put back on your hat, your balls, watch it.
Tony, I'm a boss. No.
I had to tell you something.
No, but really, you did a fantastic job handling your stories on that interview.
And I want to say this on air, live for everybody to hear me. This woman, what woman?
No crossbows. No crossbows were involved. Hit on Berkey Burke leaves one man dead in Sealots, 9 shot in 60 minutes.
Berkey Burke, don't make sure the Berkey Burke was on the picture with the ministers and children in the party and everybody happy. Don't make sure.
So now Sealots hot.
What?
Now Sealots hot. Man had to take off the goal and pick up the gun.
Community leaders.
This was friend Marty. Marty and friend.
And you see, again, you live in a country where people in Sealots, in a gang, could access illegal guns and shoot up the place. Because we've been asking to secure the nation's borders to end the flow of illegal guns. Why hasn't the PNM or the UNC done that to date? Why haven't they done that?
Yeah, you have the answer, Trinidad and Tobago, or they have that answer? Because we want to know, I don't know if anybody out there know.
The last report was 120 points of entry, unchecked entry in this country.
Yeah,
120.
Points, right? And this is on registered points.
Right, and be sure you can just drive up, drop off stuff normal and go.
I mean, normal thing and everybody.
But border security wasn't something that we discussed in that interview.
Keith Christopher Mugabe Sabga Rowley told them in 2017 that there are 30,000 illegal guns in this country. 30,000. I asked Keith Rowley 3 questions this morning. How you know how much guns? Who gave you that information? And what have you done since to stop it?
Exactly. Common sense thing in Trinidad and Tobago.
How did Keith Rowley get that number? 30,000 guns, Tony. How could he know? Do the gang members and the criminal corrupt in this country get together and have a meeting and submit for auditing how much guns they have?
Well, Philip, most likely that have to be the case.
How could he know?
If you have men like Berkey Burke and so-called community leaders, Robin Shoulders.
How could Rowley know? How could Rowley know? How could he know? How could he know? Why didn't CNC3 ask that question? Keith Rowley, you said that there are 30,000 illegal guns in this country. How do you know that? If you tell me that that is a national security estimate, I'm going to ask you based on what? Based on what empirical data? If you provide that information, I will ask you, why was nothing done? 30,000 guns didn't come in one shipment.
Right.
So national security had to be tracking it, to trend it, to total it, and estimate it. It didn't come in one 40-foot container. So it came over time. You've been trending and counting over time. You understand my question? The media could put the government on the spot to defend this nonsense. When former Minister of National Security, an apartment thief from New York City, what was his name? Dillon? When Dillon told the nation, 57 of our women were trafficked. Why didn't Hema Ramkisoon, International Women's Network, and CNC3 News ask, how do you know those numbers? How are you so certain that it is 57? That is a number.
That's right. That's right.
You didn't say in the 50s, less than 60. You said 57. That means you have a count. How do you know? They didn't traffic all 57 at one time.
Right.
So you have to be watching over time. What have you done to intercept it? What are you doing to account for it? How are you bringing our people back? Like the fishermen in Venezuela today. You gain all kind of story in the media. Well, they was in Venezuela already. Does that matter? If an American in Trinidad is kidnapped, when Barlow was kidnapped and murdered, Keith Scotland could tell you he was on his legs in the court when the Americans land in their private plane, went in the jail and pick up all of them who was wanted for Barlow murder and take them to America. Them do business. Yeah. Them do business. That was a citizen of the United States of America. Them do business at all.
True. But look at the citizen from Canada who are holding the airport.
The point I'm trying to make to you is, you cannot be playing smart with stupidness as a Ministry of National Security while people languishing in a Venezuelan situation and we not doing anything at all. But you're conga lining with Maduro. Stuart Young dance a conga line with Maduro. Stuart Young is the Minister of National Security. Stuart Young's supposed to be, hey, Maduro, remember we little conga line, conga line, conga line. Remember that? Help we out now. Some of we people. Why they not doing that? And I'm being facetious, I'm being humorous, I'm making a joke of it because our country's a joke. Nothing in this country works. And the only political party that has a real voice, a real plan to fix Trinidad and Tobago, you blank us for 2 whole years. You miss 100 meetings that you were invited to. Come and cover it. You deliberately miss it. You know why? Sabga News Network knows that they're a front for the Sabga group. And Nicholas Sabga knows this morning that they can't get free run with a Progressive Empowerment Party government that they get with the PNM and the UNC. And they know that. They know that they will be treated like every other business without fear or favor, malice or ill will. They will be treated like every other business. When Aboud want to get a security contract, and we will revisit all. And we will make sure that it is put out for public tender. And that it is free and fair. So amalgamated don't get all.
Which makes sense. That's the agenda.
I am a half Syrian. And when the Syrian business community meet, they just put up money. They will keep he from government. Eh? You see, that is a real voice. He is exposing our agenda. The contract mafia in this country. When you realize, when Trinidad, you see, to find out where our money went, you have to put a government into office that is not complicit and in bed with these people. All of them. Kamala and Keith have questions to answer. Manning and Rowley and Robbie, Pandey, all of them have questions to answer. All of them. Because Emailgate was fake doesn't mean Section 34 was fake. But our parliament on 2 occasions, 2 bookends, PNM and UNC, the UNC used Section 34 to try and free financiers of the UNC wanted for criminal corruption. And when the PNM didn't like how fast that was moving, and went and make up Emailgate, Rowley was supposed to make a jail for that. We should have had people in this country that were capable of investigating Emailgate.
Yeah.
Because if Emailgate, I remember
When the commander-in-chief talking that talk, you must take that to some kind of merit.
Michael Harris said, after Emailgate was read in the parliament, if this is true, the UNC is finished. If it is a lie, the PNM is finished. I wanted to tell Michael Harris, this is Trinidad and Tobago. Truth and lie is lie down in the same bed and wake up together in the morning. This is Trinidad and Tobago. It is both true and a lie. And both of them jamming still. PNM and UNC jamming still.
Trinidad and Tobago, wake up, wake up, wake up. People of Trinidad and Tobago, wake up.
This morning, we should be talking issues that are critical to people. The list: jobs, housing, affordable living, healthcare, education, water, public sector maintenance, infrastructure management, social development. These are national critical issues that have gone a begging, while two political parties fronting a contract mafia has been feasting, plundering and pillaging. Nicholas Sabga in CNC3 know that they don't have the moral authority. They don't have it. They do not have the moral authority to do what they did in that interview. That interview was a crime according to the Constitution of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. That was a crime. And I'm going to tell you how exactly, because somebody wrote in one of those releases, we behaved like if a crime was committed. And I'll show you how it was exactly a crime. Because according to the Constitution of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, the rights enshrined, and I'm going to read the rights enshrined for you in the order of the rights enshrined. It is hereby. I want you to hear how many constitutional rights. This is written deliberate. It's a law. Felicia, you need to hear this. This is a law. And when you write a law deliberately. When constitutional lawyers are arguing points of law, they have to look for what words you left out, you know. And they will make a case that it is my position that you could have said, that you should have said, if you meant you would have said, and you didn't. And I believe the absence of that word, you understand what I'm telling you? When you talk in constitutional law, you could debate what not there, you know. So the order of these words that they wrote in the Constitution are deliberately written in this order for a specific reason. And I want you to hear how many rights are more important to the framers of the Constitution than freedom of the press. And don't get me wrong, the fourth estate, a real press, is of critical importance to our country. But we've never had that in Trinidad and Tobago. We had a McEnany, Alston's Guardian, and CNC3 only come out when Ken Gordon get himself a TV6 license from Express. All of that was always politics, but it was always business. To Ken Gordon, who was the CEO of TV6, of Express, he was in government to give himself a license to broadcast on 106 on the radio and TV6 on the TV, because prior to that it was a closed media spectrum. But it was always business. This is the rights enshrined. It is hereby recognized and declared that in Trinidad and Tobago they have existed and shall continue to exist without discrimination by reason of race, origin, color, religion, or sex, the following fundamental human rights and freedoms. 1. The right of the individual to life, liberty, security of the person, and enjoyment of property, and the right not to be deprived thereof, except by due process of law. 2. The right of the individual to equality before the law and the protection of the law. 3. The right of the individual for respect for his private and family life. 4. The right of the individual to equality of treatment from any public authority in the exercise of any function. 5. The right to join political parties and to express political views. 6. The right of a parent or guardian to provide a school of his or her own choice for the education of his or her child or ward. 7. Freedom of movement. 8. Freedom of conscience and religious belief and observance. 9. Freedom of thought and expression. 10. Freedom of association and assembly. 11. Freedom of the press.
Trinidad and Tobago, that is your right.
The right to join political parties. That was attacked on CNC3. The right, freedom of thought and expression, Felicia and Michelle, that was attacked on CNC3. Freedom of association and assembly, the right to our members to have a political party, to launch that office, to pay CNC3 and broadcast it, was a right attacked on CNC3 in that interview. And to the Media Association, who is putting out a release talking about freedom of the press, I want you to respect all of the other freedoms that we, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, are entitled to before you come at us with this nonsense this morning.
Trinidad.
Felicia.
I think it's just, I read it and I listen to you read all of that, and it is just really sad that the media and that interview could have been used to basically take away the right, sorry, my rights, Michelle's right, the rights of the members of the Progressive Empowerment Party to be involved in a political party like this. And the fact that us, and the question, that question that she asked me, boy, why doesn't the media like you?
Why? Yeah,
Why doesn't it? And I was like,
well,
was she
yeah,
really
yeah.
asking that question though?
How?
Does the media have a say in who they're allowed to like and not like?
The president of the International Women's Resource Network is a woman named Adriana Sandrine Rattan. Besides being the president of the International Women's Resource Network based in Arima, she is a television producer and host at CNC3. So when CNC3 called me yesterday and said in the interest of fairness, they lied. Because in the interest of fairness, they would have said to me that this release put out in the public space by the International Women's Resource Network was fake. That it is a CNC3 employee putting this out in disguise. It's another version of a fake profile. This is himself to himself, left pocket to right pocket. This is us trying to scandalize and defame you. What do you think about that? That should have been the question. And that's why I told him, CNC3 and Nicholas Sabga wouldn't know fairness if it bit them on the ass. They wouldn't know it. They wouldn't recognize it. Because fairness would have been Nicholas Sabga and CNC3 saying, hey, look how that gonna look. That is a CNC3 employee. That's going to come across. That's going to come across like fraud. Like we're using something Felicia as important. I'm going to ask a question now. I'm going to ask a question now. Felicia Holder is the chairman of the Progressive Empowerment Party. For all this conversation, we didn't trade on the fact that she's a woman. We didn't trade on the fact that you're differently abled. Why is that? Why don't you trade on that fact more? Why don't you go and get a disabled organization to stand with you after being bullied by him or Ramkishu? Did that cross your mind?
Maybe I should. Maybe I should.
You know the point I'm trying to make? At every step, CNC3 is hoping that they could use their bully pulpit to bully us. Wrong man, wrong team, wrong party for that.
True.
I have to say, though, and this might seem like a very, the word might come across kind of calm, but I was honestly very disappointed by that interview. Very, very disappointed because, like you said, we spent our money when the night before. We didn't get an interview the Wednesday, which I thought was a little strange. You know, we wanted the interview the Wednesday to promote the show the Wednesday night. We were told come Thursday morning. And in the spirit of having a good relationship, starting new with CNC3, I honestly, and you know, Philip, Janice, you all tell us to be prepared for anything. You could walk in there with people that you know and still be prepared for anything, but I was utterly disappointed at the tactics, at the underhand way, at the just disgusting
I just realized Adriana Sandrine Isaac Rattan is my friend on Facebook.
Y'all is friends?
Keep your friends close.
No, Facebook just tag her. So I want them to defend this.
Yeah.
I want them to defend this. And for the fact that she's my friend on Facebook, that means she has to have worked with us in the past. And CNC3 don't do nothing for nobody unless it has a benefit to them. And I don't want to scandalize this woman at all. If she's running a real activist organization, but the fact that she's an employee of CNC3, that they didn't study how that will look. When you try to fake and pretend that this is a gender issue, you use a women's organization that is run by an employee of CNC3. They didn't think how that might look to the public. And for us to defend ourselves, we had to scandalize this woman. I refuse to do that. I just want Nicholas Sabga to defend it. I lay all of this at his feet. He runs Guardian Media. It is he to defend this. He needs to say if this is the legacy of his grandfather, Tony Sabga. My father's asked me that all the time. You know. My father is a full Syrian. So anytime I cross swords with Syrian, because the Syrian community tight, it closed. It closed off. So then we're burning up my father's phone. What's going on with your son?
Probably gone, son.
Okay, man.
Wayward son.
What's going on with your son? We go ban him from the Kibby line.
I thought it was man.
I too black to be white and too white to be black. They ban me from everything.
I'm not gonna say you blacker than me.
No, they ban me from everything. Tony, I is as chilly as you could be.
There's one thing and I feel your pain in over you.
Hey.
Really?
No, listen now. Serious talk, eh? And my father said, before Tony Sabga died, when the party was launched, my father said, you know, I going by Tony. That's how my father's talk. I'm going by Sabga, I'm going by him. I'm going to tell him this wrong. Now, in the Syrian community, you could do that.
Right.
You understand what I'm trying to tell you?
Because
Because it's close knit.
Right.
You understand? Because everybody related. Everybody related.
There was the air ending, which was how you saw it. No goodbye, any parting remarks. That there was that. Then there was the off-air ending where cameras cut and not a word. Not a word. The guy came, he took off the mic.
Marcia Brave Boy is one of the inaugural members.
Wow.
Marcia Brave Boy, UNC paid spokesperson, is one of the inaugural. You see, social media, watch me. Social media is unforgiving.
Yeah. But really, that's for your business in Europe.
Social media is unforgiving.
And the researchers are on the button.
No, they're busy. They're busy. They're busy.
Afraid, you see, afraid. Too much truth, too much information coming out in the public space. The people getting awoken and having the proper information for them to make better decisions. And they do not like that.
I just saw somebody comment on Facebook on that same video that yes, she was a B. They said these bitch word, yeah. But that Felicia and Michelle did not explain how PEP is going to deal with corruption.
Oh, we can deal with that. We can address that here. That truth could be in the public space today. We could deal with that now. We could throw chairs out and continue.
Chairs come to pay the bills.
We have answer now? Nice.
Nice.
Go with it hard. We're going to take... You ready for that break right now? We're going to be taking a break, but I've just posted on social media, and to those, yeah, you all see the sabotage in the live, so when it comes back, just reshare it so that everybody knows it's still up and running, because the numbers are climbing back up. I just shared 2 posts on my social media about the International Women's Network, not to scandalize them, but to ask Nicholas Sabga to explain how an organization that is funded by political parties, that is a political organization. One of the founding members is UNC spokesperson Marcia Braveboy, who's been all over Facebook attacking me. She's get paid for that. Nicholas Sabga, in the interest of fairness, let's take a break.
And Associates accepts no responsibility for statements made by the talk show hosts or their guests. More FM Limited does not endorse any of the information provided during this commercial segment as the truth that you have to judge for yourself. We, however, reserve the right to question statements made. But in this time of misinformation, government-controlled media and corruption, it is sometimes hard to get the truth, but we must try. It is not our intention to discriminate or annoy anyone. We believe it is our constitutional right to free speech, to voice our opinion, and our duty to the population and country to expose the truth. More FM Limited takes no responsibility for the opinions of others.
Carnival Fever is here on M104.7 FM. Have you heard this one?
That's it. That's it. Wake up this morning.
45? Yeah. Alright. Next time, just press play.
I'll come back in and load yours.
Alright.
All blazing hot coming through your speaker. Feel the temperature rise.
Don't think twice. Super quality would never be beaten on price. Conveniently located at Trinity, Hoover, and Endeavor.
Changing gears going in.
Experience.
Changing gears.
Ease of shopping.
I know where I want to go into.
One stop for variety.
Deal with issues.
Specials.
I think we've-
Sales call 223-97.
I think we've-
They get enough mileage. CNC3 and Iman have bullshit. Enough mileage.
Funny people really love when I told him to pull up the video and count the numbers on his screen. When I told her to count the numbers, she was running the video and I told her to count the numbers on the screen when she asked me how many people were there.
Real fat to tell them next morning. And for the first time, the pool will be open to the public. Come fat in the life of luxury and meet all the foreigners you've been seen in a long time. Strutting by the pool on Thursday, that's where you'll find Nadia Matson.
This release now have to include all of that. That they are political operatives in that organization.
Now I can do other things and watch film. There's a little widget now that's allowed it.
Online at ticketfederation.com. Also, for the first time, the people of Togo can call Mr. Famous for the special $150 Togo tickets while stocks last. For more info, call 752-9911, 298-4600, or Mr. Famous at 386-7402. More 104.7 FM, the official station for Stranded by the Pool.
More FM 104.7 Carnival Fever pavement line.
Calling out all the teams, all the crews, all the yourself, all the coolers, you coming on the pavement.
Yes, son. On Wednesday, 20th of February, we liming and we dancing to sweet soca on the pavement.
It's everybody catching the fever on the pavement.
Yes, you know it's on Wednesday, 20th February. Come, catch the fever.
That's right. More FM 104.7 Carnival Fever pavement line.
Right in from the station, More FM 104.7.
Get yourself ready.
This is a paid political program.
We going, now we going.
Ready for that?
You open 3 mics there? Your mic open?
My mic is open.
Your headphones on? You sure you're hearing yourself? You sure the people hearing you?
You hearing me?
Because I want the women
Everybody
to
here.
call
Everybody
and,
here? Trinidad and Tobago.
I want the people to call and cuss you.
Power, PPO. Progressive Important Party. Here, live.
It is 10 minutes past 10. I am. As you brought your own water.
Yeah.
You ain't care about nobody but yourself.
Did you bring water for everybody?
That's what I was doing.
So nice. People can only see the nice film that we do.
Ah, shut up.
Maybe you only bring 2?
I bring 3, but he bring his own.
Ah, okay. So there's mine here. Nice.
That's yours.
Very nice. I have my own though, but I'll still take
I think we could take some calls in. What do you think?
Let me take some.
People want to talk, so let them talk. 628. Watch how fast that light up. Light up already. I didn't get the number. 6 just now. I got my headphone and thing. I'm gonna give Felicia a headphone so that all of we can be in the thing. Satish Ramsaran is responsible for us not being able to have you all on social media.
Wait.
Here.
Throw under the bus.
No, because Satish working on it.
That.
Janice buy out Radio Shack. Janice buy out Radio Shack trying to find a way for this thing to work. Yeah? Is it loud enough?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Nice.
Mine not perfect yet. I'll adjust it.
I'm hearing myself.
Nice. Alright, so I say 628-9595, 628-3131. These are the rules this morning. These are the rules. When you call, make sure that the device that you are listening to us on is far from the device that you're calling us on, so we don't get feedback.
Right.
Outright trolling of the station and the show, we ain't gonna be tolerating that. Yeah, right. Okay, cool. There we go.
We ain't playing with that.
We ain't playing.
Platform for you to have your voice to certain issues and dealing with, so we don't play with that fact, right?
Answer them there.
Good morning, Trinidad. Morning, caller. How are you going, man? How are you going?
Morning.
How's everything?
You have every right to be. Tell. And they didn't stink and dirty. Walk with boy. Walk with boy in the Gael.
You want me to pull out the clothes? You see? They're telling me I didn't fight enough.
Everybody vex.
I agree.
They vex, Trinidadians vex. People calling you and telling you were supposed to run up on the chest. Yeah.
It was about to start, and that's why they cut the interview.
Yes, like.
I was watching that part when I leaned forward a little bit.
Alright, thank you very much for that. Thanks a lot. Go, yeah, fire in your belly. I like that. Put some fire in your belly.
Yeah.
Have a good day, my friend.
Have a good one, brother.
628-9595, 628-3131. Yeah, it lit.
Morning, caller.
One of your fans just called for you.
Somebody just called to say.
Where are you, Janice? Why are you not in the studio? Ah.
Well, excuse me. Hello.
Just-
the show is not for that.
Watch me. Just now it's not Janice, it is Miss Creaky. Good morning, Miss Creaky.
Is this a...
How was your weekend there? We missed you.
You still in Tobago? Nice. Welcome straight to the studio. Nice. We will see you when we get here. Nice to have you calling, darling. 628-9595, 628-3131 is 10:15 on the, what's the date today? The 4th of February? The 4th of February. Light it up.
Morning, caller. How you good? Hello? How you
Good
doing?
morning.
How you doing, man?
Morning.
That's right. Yes.
Yes, man. Yeah.
That's Jerry. Ah, that is right.
Darling.
That is right. Yeah.
Nice.
True patriot.
Nice.
Yeah.
So come to the meetings now. Let me talk some more.
Thank you very much.
You have a great day.
Yes, let's keep the calls as sexy as that. 628-9595, 628-3131,
and I appreciate his apology, but I still want it from CNC.
628-9595, 628-3131. And listener, we also want to get some information from you out in the public space about what's going on in your communities. You know, let me start to highlight the failure of government. You know, highlight it, answer them.
Morning, caller. How are you going?
Good morning.
Morning.
All right.
Thank you for that.
Right,
Have a good day for your support.
Yeah,
And
definitely. Morning. How are you going, sir?
What the hell is that? Come now and call us. You want them to send all kind of organization putting out release today or what? Come now, curb all your enthusiasm, eh? Don't you know which switch to press?
Morning, caller. How you going, man? Right.
Wait, I want to ask you a question. Could I ask you one question? Caller, could I ask you one question? You said that you saw the interview, and you said that that is politics? No, wait, you said that that is politics? No, it's not politics, it's journalism. Do you understand the difference? Do you understand that they went for an interview, not for a debate? You understand the difference? You understand that Hema Ramkisoon sold herself? Just now, wait, I want to ask you a question, because people just heard you make a statement, and I need to clarify it. Hema Ramkisoon and CNC3 didn't sell themselves as a political organization. They sold themselves as a news organization, and they invited them there for a journalistic interview, not a political debate. You understand the difference? Carry on. Carry on. Well, you corrected. I want to tell you something, though. I have all of my information. CNC3, Nicholas Sabga is listening to the show now. And I want Nicholas Sabga to know, in the interest of fairness, bring our PRO, Janice Lemon Cricky, on your morning show and discuss. And you know what to do? Bring Adrian Rattan too. And let them discuss. But we going on TV6. We going on TV6 with all our facts. And we want to point to the public, because most of the people are like you know. Trinidadians are thinking people now. They're not taking chain up from fronts for government. So we appreciate your call. Anything else you'd like to add? Anything else you'd like to add? Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
So what's your name?
You can't ask him his
I
name
can't
on
ask
it.
his name.
But you could invite him to meet you at a meeting.
No, because he asked the questions I hoped Hema would have asked me. How we plan to deal with this? What is the party's position? Why are we presenting ourselves as an option?
But that's how Trinidadians are thinking. When Trinidadians goes and watch an interview, the reason Trinidadians cussing the interview, is not Hema piggish behavior, you know. is the fact that she asked 10 questions and not one of those questions had anything to do with the Progressive Empowerment Party as a party. She just wanted to attack and damage the party. And the question everybody asking is, why?
And that just was the agenda already.
But why? Tony, why? If the party irrelevant, you don't need to do that. Let them talk their talk and go their way. All of this would have be gone.
Why invite us? Why have us on?
No, because you see, 2 years have passed. 2 years have passed. 628-9595, 628-3131. Hello, good morning.
How are you going on?
Morning.
On national TV, eh?
Well, based on her definition.
Hey, you see what he said there?
Yeah,
Thank you for that. When they try to be two things, they just tie up their own self. I take in that statement. I use it.
You're right. I like you too, man.
Have a good day, my friend. Have a good day.
Yeah, man.
628-9595, 628-3131. When all they try to do things, all they just tie up all yourself. Answer the people on them on the phone, man. Answer the phone. Hello, good morning. I am not in a position to say, but we could.
Take a picture.
Garbage here? Where's it?
We'll have 2 sets of garbage truck.
Amalgamated garbage pickup. Take a picture. And
In the
WhatsApp it.
future. Yeah, but you know you have people wrong here that you could grab them and say, take a picture for me now, because you need to send them pictures for me.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Trinidad and Tobago is awake. 628-9595, 628-3131.
Morning, caller.
Morning.
Boss. Yes, man. How is everything? Nice. Randy in the house.
Thank you, my
Nice,
friend.
man. Have a great day, bro. Morning, caller. How you going?
Trying to keep smiling. Watch the feedback coming through your phone in the background there. Which friend is that? What's going on? I want to tell you, as you can see, we fighting for a better country. The feedback coming through your phone, though.
Right.
No. We in politics full time now, and we meet every Saturday. Where in Trinidad are you based? Where you need to come up. We opening an Arima office on Tampuna Road. So keep following me and you'll get that information as it happening, yeah? No, but you could still come and look for me now, man. Friends from the past. It's nice to hear from you. Come and look for me, yeah? He doing okay. He making the best of it. I mean, he in his he slowed down a little bit, but you know.
Yeah,
You know, life is, yeah. I absolutely will. Thank you very much for that, go. Yeah, man. Okay, bye-bye. 628-9595, 628-3131. We even taking calls from people who want to share love.
How are you going?
Morning. Straight from your mouth.
I can't say anything
I
to that.
can't say anything to
Have a good day, my friend.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
628-95.
At the end of the day, the people see the video, they know for a fact.
The two-party system today is broken in El Salvador, and it is broken. People are waking up all over the world, and in Trinidad and Tobago, the Progressive Empowerment Party is the only real political vehicle that is an alternative to the corrupt and racist Indian for UNC, black for PNM nonsense. The Progressive Empowerment Party will change this country. Get on board.
Morning, caller, morning. How are you going, sir?
And you blank the lady. You blank the
Yeah, but
lady.
you blank
What
the
going on?
Hurts, the pain hurts.
Careful. 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 Careful, caller. Careful. Thanks a lot. Have a good day. Yeah, we can't be racist in our pronunciations, because at the top, I mean, they have a lot of Syrian people involved in the contract mafia, but the contract mafia that is benefiting from
only consist of
is
Syrian.
only
It does not only consist of Syrian. There's a 1% class, a corporate class that consists of every demographic, every race. So, morning, caller. Morning. How are you going, man? Thanks a lot.
I love that. I love that. And I know all you're telling me. I know what all you're telling me. Yeah. I know what all you're telling me, because all you hear me say that after 2020, we don't win with that. But I'm going to tell you something. We built it. We've built it, and what's going to end up here is a real structure. So there will be... Yeah, but no. That's not as big as you think it is. And I want to tell you something. Your voice. We need your voice on the ground. We need your voice in your constituency. We need to see you in a meeting. So when you get a chance, right, and I want to meet you personally.
Where are you from, caller? In Central Chaguanas area?
Tony, give him your number. Give him your number.
688-4012. Touch base with me after lunch today. Okay? Nice.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Yes, Trinidad and Tobago. Morning, caller. How are you doing today?
Morning.
How's everything? Nice. What road? Wait.
Let him talk.
Okay.
Any chance of you taking video? Any chance of you taking video? Caller, you hearing me? Any chance of you taking pictures or video and sending it for me? Do that for me now. Yeah, we will light it up. Cool. And send us the area, and if it's possible. Where you call it? Where's that thing? Where you said it?
Santa Cruz Road.
No problem, but it's in Santa Cruz. Send me the information. We will come up there and do a live with you up there, and we will light it up. Yeah? All right, my friend.
Sure.
Yeah? Have a good day. And
give
anybody
him a
else?
call.
Yeah, give him your number.
688-4012. Again, you can...
Yeah, call Tony and let me make some arrangements, right? Cool.
Alright,
We're going to fix that.
yeah. Trinidad, call in.
Let us fix the things. Let us fix Trinidad and Tobago.
Constituency in
Let's
what
fix
issue
Trinidad and
you're dealing with.
Tobago.
Right. Morning, caller. How are you going, sir?
Morning.
Table land.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And here what I'm telling you, take to... thank you, my friend. We coming on by you.
Yeah.
Take Tony number before you go. You there still? Take Tony number. Take Tony number because I want to come down. Take his number. Call him after the show.
688-4012. 688-4012. You can send a message.
We want the full address. We coming down to by this weekend. You go see us down there. Okay?
Yeah.
Take care. 628-9595. 628-3131.
Hello. How you going, sir?
Hello. Call everybody doing that. I mean, no. Yeah. Thank you, my friend. And he make a good point. But you see, Felicia was on an interview with us the day before, and she is very trained and she's very capable. But nobody is expecting. When you look at him, Aram Kisun, on the TV, and you go and you meet her in the studio, you're not expecting her to get on like that. You're not expecting. So every question, if you look at the video, you will see the surprise on Felicia and Michelle's face. You could see the surprise on their face because they're not expecting you to be getting on like this.
Yeah.
Have some decorum, have some decency. Hello. What's your feedback? Or is that he reversing and talking? Hello, good morning.
Morning, caller.
Thank you.
Morning, sir.
Thank you very God, boy, you give me goosebumps.
I know, huh?
You give me goosebumps, the sparks flying, boy.
I like how he said we.
You see, watch me, eh? Hey. Thank you, my friend. Thank you very much.
Yeah, man.
Hey, I want to meet with you. Wait, which constituency you calling from? Puna. You have Tony number, right? You can just message. Take Tony number.
Take the number 688-4012. 688-4012.
No, what I want to say is send him a message or call him so that we have your address. We want to come up and we want to meet with you and we want to, make sure that all our members get taken care of. So thanks a lot for that. Okay,
Right,
take it,
okay.
Thank you, my friend.
For sure.
PEP
Yes,
growing,
yes.
boy, like a tidal wave and going on fall on this place. Listen, they know, the PNM and the UNC know. They know.
Morning, caller. How
Good
you doing, sir?
morning.
Aha. With amalgamated. Okay.
Thank you very much for that.
Okay.
Excellent. Thank you for that. What? We will look into that. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for your strength and your courage. Thank you, my friend. Stand firm, stand strong, stand together. Trinidad and Tobago, we're going to do this.
Morning, caller.
Good morning.
Hi, I'm good. No, not yet. Old co-worker.
You must not find zero, man.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
No, he not wrong. And they have this thing now called, they're doing called the contribution. If they don't have electricity in your area, and it is a lot of money. It is not a little piece of money. And he's a small farmer, and the point he's trying to make is he shouldn't have to bear that cost. But caller, I want to ask you something. And have you looked at the cost of any renewable energy systems for your farm while waiting for electricity to come to the area? Right. But they have multiples. You don't have to do one system. If you talk to a good electrician, we could put you onto some good people. We have like Talon Blackburn, who's a member of the PEP from down in South. We could put you on them and he could give you some guidance and advice if you want, because there are multiples of things and you could generate your own for now until electricity in the area. But right. Where are you? Where is this?
Yeah.
Could you send Tony the information? We come in down table and we'll come and talk to you one time.
I figured out who this is. I will see you when we come.
Well, they don't be using my show to be pipsing people. I tell you no. What? Right.
Alright,
Cool.
yes, call them.
Later.
Alright, darling, later.
Have a good day.
628-9595, 628-3131. It's too much love in the station this morning. Where the trolls and the sycophants? They get called to an emergency meeting in Balize house or what? Or they're just tired of the nonsense.
Good morning.
Caller, we just had an opportunity for Belmont to make a better choice. Felicia Holder sitting in the studio with me, and I'm hoping the people of Belmont, I understand that. No, they didn't, and I hope.
And that remains a problem.
No, it is ridiculous, it's unacceptable. What is this woman, Stuart Young family doing? But the woman who won, she's a young as well, eh?
Yes.
What is she doing?
Are you Belmont East?
Felicia, give her your
She's
number.
Belmont West.
Give her your number.
Take my number, 769-4590, which is now a public number. And call me, we can discuss, because
Belmont serious.
I
Belmont.
told them in Belmont that my work is not done there. Now that I have the time to devote to this full time, you'll definitely see more of me. So call me off air when you get the chance, right?
Thanks a lot. We have a lot of good people. Thanks for that. I want to let you know we have a strong team in Belmont building out throughout Belmont, so we want to work with you, right? So give Felicia a call, okay? Have a great day. Have a great day. 628-9595, 628-3131. That's the difference between this party and all the other political parties. We are on the ground in every constituency and every community. And if you want representation, call us, because chances are we already have a caretaker. Our party organizer, Shari Wilson, and Michelle Davis, her deputy chair, are doing amazing work.
Morning, caller. How are you going on?
Thanks a lot. Not one word. I'm not hearing nothing. I'm not hearing from them.
The latest I heard is that they're going to cut off their hands if they don't get a ransom paid or something like that.
Caller, nothing. We hearing everything, and that is not one of the things that we're hearing. Have a good day. 628-9595, 628-3131.
Morning, caller. Very good.
Morning.
Morning.
Shari Wilson and the team working very hard. We're going to be setting up. They're trying to keep it as a little surprise. We're in Tobago very, very soon. Thank you. Why you not in this studio? We need to have you on in this studio to discuss the opening of the North Hub. When that happening? Nice. Well, no, well, listen, if you could make the time Wednesday, drop in the studio now. Let's discuss what's happening, because people hearing that we're going to have on the 23rd of March the launch of the North Hub, and as leader of the hub, you should come and have a little conversation with the public, eh? Excellent.
Very
excellent.
nice.
Excellent. Enjoy the rest of your day, my brother. If you could make a time Wednesday at any time to come in for a discussion, let me know. Okay, good. Cool. Tony will link up with you. Cool. 628-9595, 628-3131. And the feeling of family that you're getting in this party now. This Saturday gone here, Trinidad and Tobago, the Progressive Empowerment Party had 3 meetings in Trinidad. On the same Saturday, we had a meeting in Barataria, we had a meeting in South, and we had a meeting in Stanmore Avenue headquarters. And the party just building.
And you were in none of them.
Hey,
You didn't have to be in any of them.
hey, I was actually dealing with another meeting that wasn't a real meeting, that was a PEP Dago meeting. So, I mean, anyway, take your call. 628-9595, 628-3131.
How are you going, sir?
If I think that the world could get better, no, caller, you're sounding disappointed with the past, and you're thinking that equals the future. But I want to promise you that this country is too capable. There are too many good people in this country for us to accept the past as the future. We can fix it. What? I want to ask you a question. What caller do? Could I ask you a question? What constituency are you from? What constituency are you calling from? Sangre Grande. We looking to come down there this week sometime to have a meeting. Is it possible for you to give Tony your contact information, so we let you know when we come along, so that you could possibly show up and meet with us as well? No problem at all, but it's not really going to be like a big public meeting. We're coming down to meet with members of the community who have been calling and asking for a meeting. So if it's at all possible for you to call him, if you could take his number and just call him, so that when we're coming down, we can let you know, and if it's possible, you could join us. Tony, give him your number.
688-4012. 688-4012.
Yeah? 628-9595, 628-3131.
Morning, caller.
Hey, good morning.
we're here.
Hello. No, this is the chairman, the deputy political leader is Lemma McLeod Wilkinson. She's not here. This is Chairman Felicia Holder with us. Yes.
Yes.
Axe the grind. Yeah. 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 No, you're correct. You did. Well, I want to tell you something. This is the sexiest call we get for the day. Not meaning to disrespect the other callers, but I want your number and I want you to take mine so that we can come and meet with you. Ma'am. Well, good. Send me a private message because we have to talk. Good. Send me a private message, please, ma'am, so that you and I could meet and talk. Mm-hmm. 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 And you abuse them.
Yes.
Y'all giving me all the validation. Thank you very
Thanks
much.
for that.
Hey.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The whole interview was rude. The whole interview was rude. Yeah, disrespectful. Ma'am, I telling you, before you go, send me a message on Facebook, please. You have my number. Send me a message on Facebook, please. I want us to meet and talk, yeah?
Thank you very much.
Have a good day. Have a great day.
I swear all these callers giving me all the validation that I want.
62895 6283131. We say we're taking 10 minutes of calls, an hour pass. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
PH, you have her number? You have her number? I give her, tell her to contact me because I'm very interested with him. PH, when we meeting, boy, this Saturday at Stanmore Avenue, those sticker. Felicia, you're here. Wait. Felicia here with me. She's chairman of the party. Felicia, meet PH. Tell him. Saturday at 19th Stanmore Avenue. Stop sticking, eh? That's all I done. That's all I have to say. Yeah, I listen to you.
Agreed.
Wait, I want to tell you this, PH. I want to tell you this, though. You know the sub-judice rule, and if it is a matter before the court, right? So we're going to stick up in, we're going to monitor. Don't think that, watch me, our radar vast. And we're monitoring everything. But you're right, and we're monitoring. But we're not going to discuss it in the public space. But I want to say to you again. Hey, Mr. Gentleman. Hey, PH. Cut off that caller. PH, I see you Saturday, brother. Later. I see Saturday, we'll see you at the Stanmore Avenue office. Go your way. Go. Later, brother. 6289595, 6283131. Bacchanal ever stop in this party. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Careful how you answer that.
Oh, at least I get some loving too. You have me blushing. Watch me. You make me blush on the radio. Thank you. Have a good day, my friend. 6289595, 6283131. You thought there's only all you could get pips? But mine is the golden girls. All the old ladies love Philip. Hello, good morning. Hey, watch. You see what they're encouraging? Exactly. What is the point of that statement? That is our citizens. Correct. Our citizens. Right. Correct. That's well said. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It was a jackass statement to make. No, but I'm telling you, that's why I had to use it, because you're damn right to be vexed. Boy, I'm going to stop it, but you have a right to be vexed. This is Trinidadian citizen sitting down under the gun. Where they was fishing. Give me a miss me with that nonsense, man.
Yeah. True. Very true.
Have a good day, my friend.
Have a good one, brother.
6289595, 6283131. 6289595, 6283131.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, ma'am. Thank you, madam. Yeah. Yes. That's correct.
Yes.
So take a look at that and you could call us back and tell us what you think. What constituency you said you were from? Faizabad. You're in Faizabad. Oh God, she gone. We can take one more chance. We can take one more. Take one more. Take one more. We're going to the top of the hour. We're going to the top of the hour. Clear up the switchboard. Clear up the switchboard. Hello, good morning.
Not too bad. How you going? Nice, man. Nice. Change. Carney East.
Give Carney East your number, Tony.
Boy, it's a so swamp.
It's hot. But send him a text.
I know.
No, but if you're not getting him on the... Caller, we loving that statement. Send Tony a text with your contact information so we come in to meet with you. All right? Take my numbers. Take my number as well. My number is 682-2110. If you're not getting on to Tony, call me. Okay, cool. Right, good. So we're meeting up with you, right?
We coming to meet you.
Have a good day, my friend. 628-9595. Last call, Chaz, last call. Oh, you...
One more? Yeah? Morning, caller. Not too bad. How are you going? Talparo. Nice, man.
Good morning to all the good people.
Yeah.
Come on board. Come on board.
And solutions. Yeah.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. My friend, I hope you're on board, eh? I hope you're on board. I hope you're part of the team. If not, take Tony number, message us, because we have a team building out. We're opening in Tampuna Road, Arima, and we need you as part of the team, okay?
688-4212.
Take Tony number, 688-4212. We're doing that.
Definitely.
And we want you on the ground, so make sure you make the call. Yeah. Thank you for that. Thank you. That's what we want. Thanks for that call. We're going to take a break now to pay some bills. Thanks a lot for that. When we come back inside, wait for your calls.
More FM Limited. Its owners and associates.
Sorry, Charles, I get carried away with
More FM Limited does not endorse any of the information provided during this commercial segment as the truth.
How are you going, sir?
You have to judge for yourself. We, however,
On the radio, yeah. Well, here what? He's still on here.
statements
But you make the connection with me. If you can even send me a message, I will call you back. Let's say after the show, we will touch base and we'll set up a time and we'll come up and see you.
It is not our intention to discriminate or annoy anyone. We believe it is our constitutional right to free speech to voice our opinion and our duty to the population and country to expose the truth. More FM Limited takes no responsibility for the opinions of others.
Don't worry, we all want to discuss one of those sites in 4 new editions of we want to bring the like-minded people is a big towards the
fashion by transitions and Apex digital assets.
that is the old guy right now. That right there. You know, so I am looking forward very much in meeting you. I cannot wait. So please send me a little message and I will touch base with you again and we will set up an exact time when we're able to sit up and meet with you and stuff and sit down, talk, and you can tell us where you want or possibly is able to implement yourself with a voluntary, whether it be administrative, whether it be boots on the ground, whether it be systematic. You tell us, because again we are not forging no way forward without the support of the people. End of story. Nothing is being forced down into us. Alright? Alright, Richard. So we'll talk, alright? Richard Cornwall, a ex-supporter of both UNC and then PNM.
7:30 p.m.
wants to actually have
Ticketfederation.com, Napa box office, sachets nationwide, all extra foods, Hideout Clothing Store on Silver Mall, Denny's, San Fernando. For more info, call 685-5239. Galapagos is forever young.
This is Simo Winnings reporting live from Port Space. It's a mega innovation. Liberty's brand new Mega Bonus Bowl offers an additional prize for no extra cost. This is an unbeatable offer. You win $70 to 1 with the Mega Ball. And now you also win $40 to 1 with the Mega Bonus Ball. That's a 1 in 2 chance to win a mega prize. Play your mind today and win
Didn't
more
Richard say he was
for your money. Please, must be 18 years and over.
You guys call it yeah?
just when I just talked to him.
Calvaro? No, that was the one. Oi, it is cold, it is cold, it is cold.
Sugar aloes, Noah Seals, Chalk Dust, and Pink Panther with Baron, Stevie, Bally, Nico Graves, Sexy Susie. Also coming is Swappy. And many more. Your MCs, Scribble and Marcus Batiste. Music by the Review Orchestra. Chorus by the Review Angels. Get your tickets now for these grand opening shows at a special of 3 persons on 1 ticket for $400 till Monday, 4th February. Tickets for Rima Velodrome at Massey Ridgewood, Michelle's Arena, and at the venue on the day of the show. Tickets for Sapphire at Sierra's Bar, and at the box office on the day of the show. Friday 8th, Arena Velodrome from 8:30 p.m. and Saturday 9th February, Sapphire San Fernando, 7 p.m. This is Calypso Review. Party Colas, it's what you have waited for. It's what you have longed for. On Saturday, 23rd February, we travel from Mendes Drive to La Circular as all 104.7 FM in collaboration with York Incorporated. Beats of Gravity Copper from 10 p.m. with Patrice Roberts.
I like it hot. If I tell you I love that girl Patrice Roberts, boy. Yes. I think she's the sexiest Calypsonian soca singer ever.
This Patrice or Patrice 5 years ago?
Do you have another Patrice?
Well, you see how Patrice looking now?
No, what? I don't know. She changed?
Well, she's a little lighter.
Why? Why she need to be
She's
lighter?
a little bigger in certain places.
Serious?
But
Nah.
no, you see Patrice, you never see the before and after. I mean, she still looks good, but yeah, a little Kardashian special.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Open the space.
We could talk policy after, eh, Tony. We could open up a policy.
I have a few people messaging me right now. This person talking about, I've been listening to you all since you come on radio. I never heard you all mention that the removal of regular gas and the what are we going to do about bringing the cost of gas down? So what I was now replying to them is that we were going to attempt to try to reinstitute the petrotrin and see what is necessary to be done in order to bring that price of gas down. It's just a matter of auditing everything, all state agencies, and knowing exactly where the country stands.
Where is plugging this?
What's that? No. I really like that song, you know. Family.
I don't know that song.
This
Who's singing this?
Marshall, Lyrical, and no, Marshall, Skinny, and Bungie.
Oh, we don't need this right now. And Bungie?
You know Marshall and Bungie makeup, right?
Bill Stepe must make up.
Next year, him and I will do a song and show of it.
FM Carnival Fever is blazing hot.
This is a clear political program on M104.7 FM.
This is a sexy political program.
Hey, boy.
The sexiest political program on radio, 9 to noon, Monday and Wednesday, Pep Talks, with your hosts, Philip Edward Alexander and Tony Defoe, with Janice Lemon Cricky, who is today being ably assisted by Felicia Holder, chairman of the party. And people were calling in and discussing issues when we opened the phone line for 10 minutes, and that 10 minutes lasted an hour. And when we say we're taking calls, the switchboard just becomes a Christmas tree. And that's because everybody wants a chance to have their say and to seek representation. If the government had any sense at all, they would be hearing the frustration in the people's voice, and they'd be hearing the excitement at the prospect of a real political, responsive organization. That's all they want. A call and say, we just want, and this is the truth. I feel this way. If we could get a government that could just take care of the country and run the country properly, I don't want to be in politics.
Thank you very much.
I don't want to be in politics.
Thank you very much. And I see that from day one, you know, if UNC or PNM
or anybody for that matter, the COP,
correct,
MSG,
correct,
if anybody had stood their ground and stood for what they said they were for,
yes,
because let's talk about these issues. You cannot tell me that no other political party is aware that if you catch and hold the rainwater, we never have to have drought.
Tell me.
You can't tell me that not one of those political operatives who have held public office, Kamala Keep, Manning Pandey, Robbie Chambers, Eric, didn't know that where the water pooling, that's where you could pull it from. The flood starts at a point. The flood starts at a point, you know. And if you look and you see where the water ponds, where it pools, you could put mechanisms there, either underwater in Japan. You driving over the road and you don't know below you have a massive cavern of a storm drain. That is, you standing in this huge cathedral-like thing, the ceiling about 50 feet tall, and you could use it, and if you hear an alarm ring, get out, because that means they're going to open it for the overflow from their retention ponds, because they hold their water. 109 million people. You have to manage water. You can manage water in Japan for 109 million people. We can't manage water in Trinidad and Tobago for 1 million people. No, and I mean, it is ridiculous, it's disgusting, it's stink and it's dirty.
What's where island surrounded by water?
But it's not, forget the water that's surrounding us. If Dubai could have water 24/7, and Dubai is in the middle of the desert. If Dubai could have water 24/7 and they're in the middle of a blasted desert, you trying to tell me not one of these monkey mechanics could agree to build some retention ponds? I drive in south yesterday and I watching the cable barriers that was so much talk in this country. Cable barriers to save lives. All the cable barriers down. They're down. They mash up and broken. No maintenance. Right. So we spend millions of dollars to put up the structure and
installation. And that is it. No maintenance.
So we can't maintain it. So we can't maintain it. So what we need is people children and people family to fly over on the other side, kill somebody else, so somebody can get a $500 million contract. Exactly. That's how we prepare to run this country. The voters, the citizens, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, they're not pissed at that. They're not upset that criminal mismanagement is deliberately done, putting your family at risk to prepare your death for a contract. When the police officer run off the road and lick up the people in sea lots, it built the most ridiculous walkover I have ever seen in my life. The ramp to get up on the walkover is wider than the road. And you have to do that twice, plus walk the walkover. So it is a fool that designed it.
Oh God, oh yeah.
And it was just a ridiculous contract. And I mean, these things upset me to my core. Tony, nowhere in Trinidad and Tobago is supposed to flood.
That's right.
Nowhere. We know. When you pass the Caroni and you see the hydraulic dredgers there now, they're dredging now. The world knows. The world has been preparing for higher than normal temperatures in the hot weather and lower than in the cold weather. More rain in wet season. So you're trying to tell me we can't do that? We know where our low points are in this country. All of the water that coming down from the northern range, that drung in the central range, you couldn't channel all of it into a lake, a man-made lake, a dam. Hoover's Dam created a lake that generates hundreds of millions of dollars in recreational use as a dam. Forget the electricity it generates. You understand what I'm trying to tell you?
Yeah.
And that same dam that you could build to hold all this water could also generate electricity, self-liquidating.
Imagine that. Imagine that. And that is forward thinking Trinidad and Tobago. That's what we said,
You
man.
could imagine if the Diego Martin River,
Simple solution.
at somewhere along the route, because it starts up on the top before, it starts up on the top closer to Bagatelle, but it's a small river, and it becomes the paved concrete river that passes by Rich Plain and comes across the road by Rich Plain. I remember because I was underneath there trying to rescue the man that drowned, and he get stick up below the bridge in the first big flood that hit Diego Martin in 2010. I remember because we had to work with the fire services and the army to try and rescue this man, but we couldn't because the water was gushing too much. But the point I'm trying to make is, if you know when you're designing rain systems, when you're designing rain catchment systems, there are systems that you could put and devices that you could build that allows all of the gushing water to collect, catch, and then flow. So it slows down the run of the water. And you could then change the channel of the water, and you could send some. So you're passing here as 1 million gallons a second, but we slow you down and we send 500,000 gallons to the left into retention pond. That when that full, it closes the gate valve automatically. Like how your water tank closes it when your water tank full. So it's simple, it exists. I mean, the Romans invented aqueducts that took water over the mountains. So in Panama, we have the ability to use water to lift massive ships and take them across the land into the other ocean. We're literally just lifting it over the land. That's what the locks are for. We've had access to all of this technology and all of the money. So there were no impediments. Some people don't have the technology, but they have the money. Some people don't have the money, but they have the technology. We have both. There are no impediments to us being able to build retention ponds in Trinidad and Tobago, dams. Just those. Forget desalination. We should never have had to build desalcut. That is an insult to nature. That we are desalinating water in a country that takes 10 times the water we could ever consume, catch it in the mountain and wash it out to the sea. We are an insane people.
Yes, brother, we are insane.
For the money that we want to spend to build desalcuts and things like that, all you need to build are retention ponds. Catch, hold, process, treat, distribute.
Yeah, simple thing. Simple thing, Trinidad and Tobago. Not rocket science. You have people who have masters, bachelors, doctorates in front of the name. And you telling me today?
So let's just say to Trinidad and Tobago, because when you hear Ganga sing and them tell you water for all and they use plenty catch slogans, they don't tell you how they're going to do it. The Progressive Empowerment Party is very clear. We are going to break WASA up into 41 different companies. And each of those companies are going to be present in each of the constituencies responsible for each constituency's water. That's it. You are the water management organization for Diego Martin West. You are the water management organization for Toko Manzanilla. We can have cross gates and gate valves that allow them to share water, but we have them independent. So it's a network, but it's not an internet, it's an intranet. It is, you can control what goes where, just by opening and closing valves, like we do now, when we decide if Diego Martin gets water today or if Westmoreland gets it. And the point I'm trying to make is, this is simple to do. And this puts people to work. You use the contractors in the communities to build these retention ponds. It's dig and walls and bases and tops, and literally, that's what it is. So we have workers and we have masons and we have steel benders that could do this work.
And will be employed.
Put people to work. Put people to work.
Will be employed across the board in every constituency.
That's it. That's it. Water treatment is a science, but it's easy science. Yeah. It's easy science. Yeah. So we could catch, hold, treat, distribute. So that Diego Martin could identify all the means and ways at which it will access its water that it is going to hold, to treat, to distribute. And that every other constituency, Oropouche East and Caroni Central, everybody will have the same, Tobago West, everybody will have their own independent water management company. So that water can't go in the whole country because the Salcott closed down or shut down or need a service, and the news pretending like this is some crisis. It's a man-made crisis. It is as Michelle Davis coined a phrase, it's deliberate incompetency.
You're absolutely correct.
If you have enough rain fall to properly run your country 10 times over, and you don't, who do you blame? The sky? Who do you blame? No, but you understand my point, because nature is giving you the rain, whether you keep it, whether you use it. Sometimes nature says, look, a little extra. Shut our country down. It nearly drowned us last year, now it's drought. How is that water management? How you could have so much water 3 months ago that the country nearly drowned, and now you don't have no water at all? How is that sensible? How is that functional? How is that possible?
I just wake up in the morning and I just wonder, boy.
Every question we ask, if you have 20,000 school places for children at SCA level, why would you need an SCA? Having a secondary education assessment exam to put children in different schools is an admission that some of your schools do better than others. It is an admission, it is an indictment of your inability to properly run all schools. Because every single school in your network, for the 200,000 children that are in our school system at any given time, every single school should have access to the same high standard of education for all our children across the board. Yes?
Correct.
Regardless of where they are from,
Yes.
what their name is, how rich or poor their parents are.
That's right.
All children should be entitled to and have access to the same high quality standard of education. And if the Ministry of Education cannot guarantee that, then it has failed. Because we spend $5 billion a year. We spent $50 billion last year, last 10 years. We could have bought St. Kitts for that money. We spent that much money on education alone, and nothing changes. Nothing improves. We don't use a guidance counselor system. Children have no advice. Our children are beaten into submission, or now they're not beating them, but you're still punishing or ignoring. We're treating them like wild animals instead of treating them like the future of this country. Yeah. There is no child that should be left behind. There may be children who have learning disabilities. There may be children who have challenges at home or in their communities. But no child should be abandoned to their conditions.
And if we had a system that had worked properly, the same children you're talking about being abandoned or having issues in the home would have been...
But every child...
They would have had a system working to have that addressed.
And
us to identify those children.
And if you had a Ministry of Education that worked in harmony with social development and management of the country, every child would be part of a system. Correct. And their performance and their life condition would be charted and tracked.
Correct. You see the key word there, no? Charted and tracked for the time they are within the education system of Trinidad and Tobago. That making sense right there, because when you are seeing your child or children from an area or school falling behind, being able to have systems to identify that early upfront is key.
Why isn't the Ministry of Education taking responsibility for the failing schools and twinning them with the prestige schools. If you don't want to fix it, if you don't want to fix it, I want to give Trinidad and Tobago an example. There is a street between Western Main Road and the Foreshore Freeway called Mokorapo Road, Trinidad and Tobago. And on Mokorapo Road, there are two schools in very close proximity to each other. Fatima College on the left and Mokorapo Secondary on the right. Fatima College is considered a prestige school and Mokorapo Secondary is considered one of the failing schools in the country. And the Ministry of Education cannot explain to me or any right-thinking citizen why one school would be able to consider itself a prestige performing school and one school failing. Because it is the same moving parts that make a school.
That's right.
So what exactly are we saying about how we're running this country? The Progressive Empowerment Party proposes to abolish the SEA completely, to make all schools 10-year schools. So children grow in the basic education system, not preschool, not sixth form. The basic standard 1 to form 5. We say one continuous 10-year school. Children grow together in a little community, and that will knit the real community together. Parents have access to the same principals, vice principals, teachers, all the people that are involved in the management, the operation, the school, and the administration of education, the teaching of your children. You all work together. Then when you put that in place, you could say that by law, that a caregiver or a parent must be a member of the Parent Teachers Association. So you know what is going on with your child. And at the end of every school term, you apply a grade point average assessment exam so that you know how well your child did as compared to their own performance last term. Did they improve or did they get worse? And why?
Nice.
And it is simple.
Information.
And it is simple to do.
Yeah. And again, the information is what will allow us to make better decisions across the board. Across the board, as parents working within private, public sectors, just again, knowing the right of the citizen, you as an individual knowing your right. That is key, Trinidad and Tobago, and that is what we've been starved of for the last 57 years. And goodness, again, I keep saying, Mr. Alexander, you created a wonderful political vehicle to move the country forward for our nationals of this country. Every citizen, every creed and race. It doesn't matter your religion, don't matter where you look like, what's your class, upper, lower, it doesn't middle, it don't matter. You are a child of the soil.
What we want is a nation where no citizen is left behind. No citizen. We want no citizen left behind. We want a nation where everybody who wants a job could get a job, and everybody who has a job and wants to own a home can. We say that if the government doesn't make it so that even a minimum wage earner could afford a home, we failed as a country. We failed. This doesn't take advanced mathematics to tell you that the cost of a starter home should be within reach of a minimum wage earner. So bring those two numbers into alignment. Let that be your basic line that no citizen falls below, so that all of your students and your children that come out of school, those that go forward to become professionals in whatever disciplines, others go forward into trades, others go forward into arts and sports, let us know that there is a number that nobody could earn less than. That is our target. Right. That's our target. Right. That nobody could earn less than this number.
Be conscious about
and this number can't be a minimum wage, it must be a living wage. This number, you must be able to afford a home.
Yes. Trinidad, all you listening?
No, because a starter home in Trinidad today, 1,000 square foot home, if you remove the duty, the VAT, and the taxes on basic building material, you could build 1,000 square foot home for $100,000. Easy.
And a 30-year mortgage on $100,000 works out to what?
Now,
$500 a month.
or under our plan, $500 a month with zero deposit, zero interest, up to $1.5 million for 30 years.
You're listening, Trinidad and Tobago.
So that the average person, and you see, there have some people, the family grow up and you get a job and you don't want to leave home. You don't want to get your own starter home. But you have an income coming in. You want to help mommy or daddy improve the house that you're living in.
Right.
You qualify for a certain amount of money because you have a job. And you want to spend that on this house that we're in. We have a house that's valued $250,000 now, but we're going to spend up $50,000 and then increase the value, increase the equity, add 2 bedrooms, buy a piece of land next door. We need to make it so that everybody in this country could have access to a better life. That's what they want. They've been conned and fooled into thinking that the race and the hair texture of the person in parliament is what is important, but it's not. The functional deliverables that people need to measure the quality of their life shouldn't be stunted 5 years at a time. You shouldn't have to say, okay, this PNM full of crap, so I'm not expecting anything more from them. I go wait 2 years and try again.
Yeah.
You should be able to fire them. The Progressive Empowerment Party tells you, until this nation writes a law called recall, we do not have a real democracy. Representative democracy demands that if I could hire you, I could fire you.
Yeah.
You don't get to be an elected dictator for 5 years. Kamala sat there for 5 years and 6 months. She said the law gave her that extra 6 months, and she took that too. And she should have been fired 3 years in. When we realized how bacchanalist that party was. When Gary Griffith, this caller called me and told me I endorse him, Gary. No, but when Gary was fired for standing against Ram Logan, with whatever went on with Ram Logan and West, that next issue that sub judice, so I'm not getting in that. But when Gary Griffith stood up and said, I am not going to tell a lie, she fired him. She fired Ram Logan. She fired Stacey Rupnarain. For Stacey now, I mean, Stacey had a vested interest because apparently she was dating one of the people who wanted the contract. But she still stood up against Suraj Rambachan. I mean, they will say her motivation was her boyfriend. I don't know. She fired Timothy Hamel-Smith as president of the Senate, one of the most informed members. She should have been fired. Live sport is when it broke with Gary, you know. Live sport is when, as Minister of National Security, Gary said that what Anil Roberts was doing in live sport was a crime. And hey, the UNC does not reward people who stand for right and just. The UNC is not for that.
Why would they?
No, but the UNC is not for that. That was an insane little diluted gene pool walking around inside of them referring to the Prime Minister as the lady. You get an appointment with the lady. I here to see the lady. That's the nonsense they promote, you know. The foolishness. They forget that all you are is an elected public servant. Yeah. Go in there and fix water, fix jobs, fix housing. Make it so that people don't afford food. Fix the roads. Stop the flooding. And stop the bullshit.
That's right.
Secure the nation's borders. End the flow of guns. Right-size the police service, right-size justice. If you know you are the Prime Minister, you are the leader of the legislative agenda in the parliament that speaks the justice system into existence, and the courts are collapsing and failing, convene parliament, represent the people, and address that issue. Address it. Let the government and the opposition sit in that house and say, we commit to the people of Trinidad and Tobago to fix that problem. Because if you're not fixing it because them in office, when you get into office, them not fixing it because you in office, the people lose every time.
Every time, but we've been losing this 57 years plus.
The people lose every time. And I'm telling Trinidad and Tobago this. The parliament has the power to write a law today to give Gary Griffith an internal affairs division inside the police service. Abolish the police complaints authority. Abolish the professional service division. Abolish the police complaints division. There are 3 of them. Abolish all 3. Write a law that creates an internal affairs division. Separate it from rank and file police. Give it investigatory, arrest, search and seizure powers. And let them clean up the police service. That the Parliament could do today. The Parliament could write a law called recall. We could copy and paste from the entire Commonwealth. Most of our laws come from the Commonwealth, and we copy and paste them. We write few laws. We draft few laws from scratch. Because once you're a member of a Commonwealth, we all agree on the same principles. You could write today, recall, that if your member of Parliament is not living up to the role and the responsibility that you expect from your member of Parliament, sign a petition and petition the Elections and Boundaries Commission to declare that seat vacant. It is yours. It belongs to you.
Listen to what the man said. Listen to what is being said to you.
These are all issues. Today we could write a law that says all public works being done in any constituency must be done by workers from that constituency. You could even say that contractors pre-qualify them to a skill set. Because most of the work, 90% or more of the work done in a constituency is basic contractor work. Just big. But it's basic, and what you need are engineers in the Ministry of Works at every stage of the project. Before you pour concrete, I have to inspect your steel. I have to inspect the quality of the concrete that you're pouring. I have to sign off at every stage, the engineers. So you're doing the job, and at every stage, every important stage in the scope of works, they will tell you, engineers sign off at steel, engineers sign off at foundation, engineers sign off at walls, and quality of concrete, quality of steel, engineer signs off on all of that. So that at the end of the job, the work is complete, and the 13, 14, 15 critical items that the engineer is supposed to sign off on, they sign off on that, they come and do their final inspection. That's what you were contracted to build, pay the man. That is not what you were contracted to build, break it down, build it over.
You know it's in there because I know about to say that because that is a form of quality control.
That is exactly what it is.
Yes.
That's exactly what it is. It is quality control. So that when a man come and lay pitch on a road, and they come and they test the road surface, and they say that is not what you were contracted to do.
Yes.
Take it up, do it over.
Thank you. Thank you.
Take it up and do it over.
Yes.
But we have too many contractors becoming billionaires putting down roads in this country that cannot stand the test of time.
Correct. I telling you the other day, last year, the year before, right in front of my office, the insurance started the rake up the whole sidewalk 3 times over. The 3rd time I went to the contractor and asked the man, "Excuse me, sir, good afternoon."
You know what all you doing.
Why? What is your reasoning for destroying the sidewalk 3 times over? Because I saw you come, you pave, it's concrete, it dry, it was completed, and then you come 2 weeks later, rake up the whole thing, do it over, then 3 weeks after that, you come and do the same thing over again.
What was his answer?
Man, the man telling me to mind my business, bro. Mind my business. I say, brother, my business is right across the road.
Suresh Rambaran say engineers just take bribe on the social media, right? He say engineers just take bribe, and that's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact too. But if it fails, and what Suresh Rambaran doesn't understand, I want him to hear me, under Progressive Empowerment Party government, if something fails, because when you watch a first world nation and a bridge collapse or a wall fall, they come to see, they come to investigate why did it fall. And if it is a structural integrity failure, they will ask who signed off on that. That engineer could lose his license. Suresh Rambaran, I hope you heard that response. Because at every point of the food chain, there could be accountability, transparency, responsibility in a country that is properly run, where management is the order of the day. Felicia.
Sorry, I'm just reading this article here from TV6 where they're calling, sorry, the Express, where they're calling on us to apologize to Hema. What?
You tell the Express that we want to come on their show. Tell them let's debate it. The truth of the matter is all of that is distraction.
Apologize for what?
Forget that. All of that is distraction because this morning, Trinidad is a failed nation, a cesspool, a banana republic, a narco state.
But here's my point. They want me to apologize for that.
No, and this is why, listen.
Because that's why the conversation.
They raise the issue, we address it, and it's time to move on. Because Trinbagonians don't care about the Express Bacchanal. They don't care about CNC3 Bacchanal. When you open your phone lines for an hour, and 100% of the calls call in and tell you you're doing it right, that's who I care about.
Exactly.
The people of Trinidad and Tobago. Last night I went to check to find which politician have more followers than me on Facebook. None. Which media operative have more followers? None. The people will dictate my pace. Not no fronting media for corrupt parties that represent the contract mafia. I see all of you very clearly. And I understand the job now. The job is to stand up for all the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Every creed, every race, every gender, every persuasion, you must now have a voice. And I will make sure, as long as I have a voice, that it is for the people. That is the mission. That is it. And we cannot get distracted. Yeah? We can open the phone lines now to give people a chance to call in. 628-9595, 628-3131. Bring it to a close. We have our last 25 minutes, and it's yours.
Trinidad, give a call. Let me hear. Morning, caller. How you going, sir?
Good morning.
Everything?
Thanks a lot for
Nice,
that.
man.
Thanks a lot.
Morning, caller. How
Good
you
morning.
doing, sir? Not too bad. And yourself? Nice. Yeah, boy. What constituency are you from? What constituency are you from? Waterfield.
Thank you for that.
Take my number 688.
And that's the truth.
Yeah.
And this that you see that going on, this that you see that going on, the media is the last gasp of a dying animal. They know we come in. 2 years in, this party is this strong. Thank you, caller. Thank you very much for that. Thank you. Thank you. Take Tony's number, call. We want to make sure. Yeah, we want to meet with you. We want to meet with you.
Yeah. Take my number.
No, but Mama Gizam is what they do. Mama Gizam is what they do.
They don't care. Yeah.
Thank you, caller.
True. Beautiful. That is
Yep.
right. That is right. To us, yes. Correct. Well said, brother. Well said. Yeah, you're right. Boss man, You too, and give a call back. Send me a message at 688-4012. Send me a message. Let's link. Let's be in communication. Let's hear you talk and know what is going on in your constituency and such. Morning, Gola. How are you going, man?
Good morning. Thank you.
Yeah. You're
Thank
welcome.
you, my friend.
You have a great day. Morning. Load up your phone. Load up your radio in the background.
Yes. You're from where? Peparo. Could you take our number? Could you take our number and send us a message with some contact information from you so we could have? Because we have teams working all over, and we will get people to contact you. And yeah. We are 137 Manahambre Road, St. Madeleine. We just opened an office there. But take this number. Tony, give him your number.
688-4012.
And send him a message, right? 688-4012 with your contact information, and we will be in touch with you.
Excuse me?
688-4012. 688-4012. Yes, 4012.
Yes.
Thanks for the. We are building out on every constituency, and you are going to be you're going to be a part of that. So call us, and we will come and build out in your community. We meet every Saturday. We meet every Saturday at noon. We have meetings at 12 noon. So we meet at 137 Manahambre this Saturday in St. Madeleine, and we meet at 19 Stanmore Avenue, Port of Spain. When we come off, yes. Thank you, my friend. Have a good day.
Nice.
Thank you, my friend.
What is-
Thank you, my friend. Have
That's
a
true.
great day. Thanks for the encouragement. Have a good day.
Nice.
Thanks for the call, though. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Have a good day. Good.
Thanks
Respect
a
for
lot.
that. Respect for that. Thank you. Yeah?
Touch base with us.
Okay, cool. Well, we're working on it too. Is money, but we will talk about
Let
it.
people, all you make the noise and all you say, all you let management know that you want Philip on air, you want the Progressive Empowerment Party to have a more consistent show, and what could be done. Let them see there's a high rating and there's a high listenership, and again at the end of the day, this is for the people, and all this information is for you, the people, for you to be able to make better decisions. That's the bottom line.
Thanks a lot for the call.
Of course. Touch base with me. You have the number.
Call Tony after 12 and we will make arrangements.
Yeah, and we will make arrangements during the course of the week.
We're on ZTV tonight at 7:30. I don't know if you get.
ZTV.
Do you get ZTV? Z. I think it's the
ZTV.
Indian channel. We're on that channel tonight. When you call Tony after the show after 12, he'll help you out and guide you to everything that you need. Cool? All right, my friend.
Thanks
Okay,
a lot.
bye-bye.
Have a great day.
It's when they get through and they be so excited. They want to talk and they want to just have their say.
How you
Good
going,
day.
sir?
Good day.
Morning.
What constituency you calling from?
St. Joseph.
St. Joseph.
Coming up there just now.
We coming up by you, right? We opening We done with that already. We done by you already. You know that? You know we done by you already. Anyway, thanks a lot for the call, my friend. Stay strong.
Have a good one, man.
Yeah? 628-9595, 628-3131.
Caller. How are you going, sir?
Morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
About Cedrus. Refresh your question, huh?
Well, I want to tell you this. Michelle Davis, who's the head of South, is organizing a trip to Cedrus for me and for us. And we actually are coming down Cedrus sometime this week. Could I ask you to call up when we come off the air so that we could take... Yes, of course. Yes, of course. Well, we Uncle, I hear you, and we coming down. Uncle,
Yes.
we coming down Cedrus. We coming down Cedrus.
We coming.
Have a good day.
Yeah.
628-9595. You can hear it in his
Morning,
voice.
caller.
628-3131.
How are you going, sir?
This is not Win a Date with Felicia show, eh? That's our next show. That's not this. Yeah. Good.
Why everybody trying to
Watch,
fire me
watch.
off though?
Valentine's Day is in 10 days, and we have a team that monitoring the size of the gifts that she get, and we will tell her who make the list, right? So Valentine's Day now, Keisha Lewis, who's the head of the women's arm, she's selling roses, and a good tip: buy as many of those roses as you could buy. Right. Have a good day, my friend. Have a good day, my friend.
Sorry, somebody calling for you just.
Thanks a lot, man. You have a great day.
Have a good day.
Yeah.
Last couple calls, 628-9595, 628-3131. No more PIPS calls, unless it's for me.
How you
Morning.
going? How you going? Wonderful. How long that like that? With that condition? Years or months?
Ma'am, you on Facebook? Do you use social media? Could I ask you to take some pictures for me though? Because that's what I'm the reason for me asking you. I need you to get some pictures to me. Where you say it is? I want to ask you a big favor. If you could get somebody, some friend or relative, to take some pictures and send it to me, I promise you. Send it on WhatsApp to my number, 682-2110. 2110. WhatsApp it to me. Yeah?
already.
Have a good day.
Thank you. Alright. More calls. Morning Trinidad. Morning caller. How are you doing, sir?
Don't go down that road this morning. Eh? No. Have a great day, my friend.
Well said. Trinidad, anybody want to call in again? We are down to the last few minutes.
628-9595, 628-313. Take this last couple calls.
Morning caller.
Wait, leave her.
Oh, God. Sorry about that day. Morning.
Hello, good morning. Right. Good. Ma'am? Ma'am, we want to come. We want the South team. Ma'am, we want the South team to come and see it. All right, we need contact information from you, so we need you to call Tony after the show on 688-4012. Okay, bye-bye. Thank you very much. Accepting that with grace and faith. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for that.
Have a wonderful day. Well, here what?
If they only know my mother will come in the parliament. My mother will come in the parliament with her slippers.
We have a little bit piece of bill to pay there just before we close off. So again, Trinidad and Tobago, just hold tight.
You forgot.
Oh yes. The party now start before going clear.
We need to get you a new number.
Yes, brother.
We need to get you a personal number.
Please. Why? How much time gone? How much time is he at?
Well then just pause it, let me say goodbye and you can...
It's 3 minutes, you have 4 minutes, you have the next minute before you hit the top of the hour. What is starting news? Don't panic, baby, don't panic.
Let me close off and give him the ads. Let me close off and give him the ads. Tell me, I'll do a quick close off. I'm sure she's still nice and sexy. It's her eyes, boy. She had that look.
She is still hot, but I just seen this Patrice some 5 years ago and Patrice.
Cheers, you want water? Have an extra bottle.
So how much time you have here on the ads now? 2 minutes? 3 minutes? Alright. Well, you want to come and handle it? Because I really don't know what to say.
Take this now. I just stop buying water for you. I will order from when you tell me. Alright, thank all of you who have been with us this morning on 104.7. Those who have been following us on social media, thank all of you. Thank the callers. I'd like to say thanks to Tony DeFoo. Deputy Political Leader, co-host and wingman, Felicia Holler, Chairman of the Progressive Empowerment Party, who would like to remind you about tonight on ZTV.
Tonight on ZTV at 7:30 p.m. we are airing the rerun of our 2nd anniversary celebration and opening of our South office. So tune in on ZTV to see that.
See you all on Wednesday at 9 a.m. right here back on 104.7. Stay safe, Trinidad and Tobago.